I did not eat it all, because if I did eat it all, I'd be making a visit to those trees over there. Good morning to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Support family farms. It's been a heck of a morning already this morning. We got the bean head back from the dealer this morning. They had to put a new drum on the bean head. The sprocket on the side of the drum, she said no more. We asked them to check it this past summer, and they said they looked at it and it was fine. Well, she grenaded on us. It's probably also a good thing that we took it into the dealer, because we found out that when they put the new belts on, they didn't tighten up some of the screws. So if we didn't catch it when we did, the belt probably would have ripped apart. We got Rambo, family friend in the combine. That is brother in the tractor and auger wagon. I'm relegated to truck duty today. Andrew is not with us today. He is at a band function up in Minneapolis, Minnesota at US Bank Stadium. So I hope he's having a good time doing that. His mother's up there with him while me and brother, we work on getting the crops out. So come along. I should have probably explained where we're picking at here. We are up by Mount today. This is a 40 here of soybeans that we're picking. It's also where we keep our cows at. The cows are down in that pasture right there. Brother threw them a bale today. Threw some government juice in the combine because it was running low. Love that government juice. The old brown workhorse for us, she is not here either. No, she's not in Minnesota with Andrew. When we're pulling the bean head back from Fremont today, the radiator decided to go out on it, so we retired that one to the farm. We'll get that replaced this week. Instead, we got the Duramax. That thing's out of retirement and up here helping us on the farm. And one more thing, just one more thing. When we started this field this morning, made her pass around the field, clean up the end rows or headlands, depending upon where you're from. The sickle bar, that's what cuts the beans down at the stems. That said no more. That busted on us this morning. Thankfully, when we bought this head, boy, 4 or 5 years ago already, I think it was, there was a brand new sickle bar in there. It doesn't have the sickles on it that we like. These are old, cheap case sickles, not the Hercules ones that we normally like to run. But pull the old one out, put the new one in, and we're back up and running. As these sickles get dull, we'll replace them obviously and put the ones that we like in there. So it's always something. I think that's it. Pretty sure that's it. For Mike and John, that farm right over there, a couple of good brothers, good old boys. They stopped this morning, helped us change out the sickle bar. It's always nice to have neighbors like that that help you when you need an extra set of hands. I just got back from the elevator, so they got a lot knocked out while I was gone. This truck's empty. That one looks like it's about 3/4 full. It is 3:06. The elevator we like to go to, they close at 5. I don't know if the other elevator in town for beans is open later or not, but hopefully they are. I'm not sure if this is all going to fit or not. I mean, hopefully it will fit. So Hate to only have 2 trucks off of 40 acres, but I guess we'll find out together. Load number 2 dumping at the elevator today. See Austin in the mirror. He's looking fit. Pretty low, so he's gonna wait till he's in the field before he opens up the hopper. Honestly, probably could have opened them, but they ain't worth getting electrocuted for. Me and Rambo got the combine moved here to our Weston farm. Weston's about 7 miles west of the home place. This piece of ground here, this is a 100-year farm. It's been in the family for 100 years. Actually, a little bit more than that. If you look at my intro, there's a picture of my family I got in our intro. We're holding an award. That's the award for the 100-acre family award for this. So, pretty proud of it. We're able to keep it through the 80s. I should say Mom was able to keep it through the 80s. Yeah, we're pretty darn proud of this farm. So it took a lot of sacrifice to be able to keep it in the family. Bad thing about this farm, we're not used to it really here, but there's rocks in it. No, we're not in Big Stone County, Minnesota, but we still have rocks here in Nebraska that we got to pick up. Especially right in this area here. There used to be an old hog barn here, but we had our neighbor dig a hole and bury it. We never used it. When Mom lived here as a kid, my grandpa, he farrowed a lot of hogs out of that hog barn that was there. He even had a honey pit there, which is a new concept for me. We never had honey pits in the farm in Wahoo, so. Got to drop the head trailer off. There's 80 acres here, so we won't be using this, probably not, for a couple of days. I can't leave it here in Eddie's yard, even though he is a nice guy. I don't really think he wants our head cart sitting in his yard. So I'll go and hook it in our field. Good windy Sunday morning. The wind is supposed to blow 40 today. Fantastic. It's also supposed to get up to about 85, which for middle of October for us, it's pretty warm. I've got the International started this morning. I've got our air hose. Coming off the red supply line for the semi. Right there. And what that does is it allows us to air up tires. We got a tire on the inside here that's got a slow leak in it. It's at 70 pounds this morning. I got an hour or so before the elevator opens, so I'm going to air it up. Brother's picking already. We got both semis full last night. Auger wagon's probably got about 25,000 pounds on it. So I got about another hour here or so before I got to drive to Wahoo and dump this first one. We're still at our farm in Weston, so it's about a 7-mile trip, not very far. Letting the truck build air pressure, then I can air this tire out. That's what I'm doing first thing this morning. Our normal fuel tank that we use is in the back of the brown pickup. And if you remember from yesterday, brown pickup blew its radiator, so we had to pull the old white tank out of retirement, put some fuel in that. Brought that up here this morning instead of moving the fuel tank over from Brownie. Hopefully we'll get that fixed up and running. We use that white tank a lot of years, a lot of years before we put a tank in the back of the pickup. The tank in the back of the pickup's a lot more convenient for us. Throw everything in there, tools, toolbox, fuel obviously, but when you gotta go, you gotta make concessions and use what you have, and thankfully that's what we have. The semi builds about 120 pounds of air pressure for the brakes of the trailer and the tractor before the governor kicks in, which is more than enough to air up the tire. We put all of our tires at 100 pounds of PSI, so hopefully it won't take too long. We'll get this tire back up where it's supposed to be. Then we'll pray for a rainy day so that way we can get it fixed properly. I mentioned it is Sunday. I'm wearing my Christian shirt today. What makes it Christian, you might ask? Well, it's holy. Makes me a good Christian, right? An old boy named Ed Hicks Jr. taught me this trick, or told me about this tool. Ed was a truck driver for a long time after he got done serving his country in Vietnam. Ed died back on July 3rd. Still think about him every day. He is a fantastic guy. Ed, I miss you, buddy. Peace. Sitting here waiting at Frontier Co-op Wahoo. There are 5 trucks in line. A couple behind me there that are waiting to dump. One that's scaling in. One that's coming around the corner that you can't see. The other grain elevator here in town, they are full. So I told the manager here, and I said, Andrew, his name's Andrew too. I said, Andrew, you're gonna be busy today. He says, I'm not sure about that. I says, you're gonna be busy today. I said, with the other elevator full, you better just stay at the desk and leave that leg run because it's gonna be busy today. Brother's already on his way with the second truck. Auger wagon's full, combine's full, so he's coming here. We're gonna swap trucks here in town. I'll go dump the second truck and he'll take this one back to the field since it's empty. If this guy ever gets off the scale. If you're for all you non-farmers, you don't understand it, but for you farmers that know, well, you know. Brother's still hammering away on the beans. I brought the auger wagon closer for him. God bless that wind. I was told that the lunch lady dropped off food here for us in the pickup. Let's see what she got us. She gave us a fork, so not quite sure what that's for. Piece of cake. I don't know what that is. Oh my goodness. Roast pork, stuffing, dumplings with sauerkraut, and mashed potatoes and gravy. Holy cow, lunch lady, you outdid yourself this time. I can't wait to devour that. That's phenomenal. Thank you again, lunch lady. That was absolutely fantastic. For the record, I did not eat it all, because if I did eat it all, I'd be making a visit to those trees over there, and I frown upon doing that. So thanks again, lunch lady. Now back to work. Time is not our friend. We almost got this field licked, but it's 4:01. The elevator closes in an hour. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish topping off the little truck, Then I'll just come back here and run auger wagon for the brother. Hopefully that'll get him emptier sooner, or finished sooner that way. That way we can take the bolt trucks in when we're done. We'll see. But I got a long walk up to get to the auger wagon right now. Getting my step. Kind of crazy that we just started this, well, about 24 hours ago. 77 acres here. We almost got her all licked. That's a pretty good day. Pretty good 24 hours, especially when the beans are doing as good as they are. Must be done. That's awesome. That means we can go to the next field then. 44,000 in the wagon. Done with this field. Brother's got the combine already over to the next one. There he goes with the head trailer. I got the auger wagon. We got one semi there already. The lunch lady came and picked us up and gave us a ride over here to Weston, so now we're going to the next one. This other semi will sit here. It's got little beans on from this field. I'll come back for the fuel barrel as soon as I get this auger wagon parked. Thanks, Weston. See you next year. We are all moved. Starting up here on the next field, there is 50 acres here on this field. Should take about a day to get it knocked out. This is a custom harvest job that we're doing. We are using their semi and their trailer. One of ours is over there. Got the auger wagon right now parked on the road along with the head cart. As soon as he opens this field up a little bit, I'll drive everything in the field so that way it's off the road. That's what he's doing now by taking the end rows off.